Welcome to Burning of the Midnight Temp, where we are dissecting music history, album by album, track by track. And today we have come to the third track on David Bowie's reality album, Never Get Old. This is a song written by David Bowie, and let's just start by listening to the track.
Better go, better get a room, better take care of me. Again and again, I think about this and I think about personal history. Better take care. I breathe so deep when the movie gets real, when the star turns round. Again and again, looks me in the eye, says he's got his mind on the countdown. 3, 2, 1, forever. What's living and they're gonna be living until the end of time. Forever. The sky slips over to a dull red skull. Head hangs low cause it's all over now. Well, there's never gonna be enough money. Well, there's never gonna be enough drugs. Well, I'm never ever gonna get old. There's never gonna be enough for life. There's never gonna be enough sex. And I'm never ever gonna get old. So I'm never ever gonna get high. And I'm never ever gonna get low. And I'm never ever gonna get old. To the edges of the world because of you. Again and again. And I'm awake in an age of light, living it because of you. Better take care. I'm looking at the future, solid as a rock because of you. Again and again. Wanna be here, then I wanna be there, living just like you, living just like me. Forever. Putting on the gloves and I bury my bones in the marshland. Forever. Think about my soul, but I don't need a thing. There's the ring of the bell and the pure clean air. And I'm running down the speed of light. And I'm never gonna let you die. And I'm never ever gonna get old.
Never Get Old, the third track on reality.
And it never gets old.
No, it certainly doesn't.
Nope. I I find it fresh with every listen.
Chris, what do you think about the song?
Oh, it's a solid Bowie rocker. I think it's tailored for the live experience. I can imagine it being a very fun song to perform. So yeah, another solid track on the opening of Reality. For some reason, I often skip it, I have to admit.
You do?
When I listen to the album. Can't really put my finger on why, because I really like the refrain of the chorus.
I love it. I love
the
it.
chorus. And I can remember it being a good track when we heard it live.
Yeah.
It is a killer. I mean, it is made for being played live, I would say. It's so powerful, that chorus, when it hits. It's also very cool, the pre-chorus, when because the whole verses goes on the same chord, and then it lifts up on the pre-chorus, and then it really kicks when the chorus comes in, and it punches like a dude.
Yeah. And the end of the song has some interesting guitar, and then it has this looped sound in the end.
Yeah, this atmospheric sound.
Atmospheric sound, that's very nice.
I mean, Earl.
It's a surprising ending for that song.
Yeah, Earl Slick's guitar work in here is just brilliant.
I would think it's Dave Thorne who makes that atmospherics in the end.
In the end, most likely.
Yeah.
But the rest of the song, I would guess it's Earl Slick.
And it also glides then segues very smoothly into very smoothly into The Loneliest Guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Which is the next track.
So it's a very guitar-oriented song, once again. Starts. It has a nice muted guitar riff that is very basic, but it is very effective.
Yeah, many things in the verse are quite basic, very simple, but also very effective. Enormous drum sound, which they particularly traveled to LA Studios to record. Or actually, the drums weren't recorded there. They brought the tapes with them and played the tapes in the studio and then recorded the sound.
You can hear this big reverb, especially in the opening when the drums are more isolated.
A lot of space in the drums.
It is.
Yeah, the title, Never Get Old, it's a theme that is quite recurring in Bowie's work and career. Dave Pegg highlighted this in one of the biographies he wrote. And
The Complete David Bowie.
And it goes all the way from Changes in 1971. Pretty soon you're going to get older. Actually, it's older than that. Signet Committee, he mentions to think I sit alone, growing older. And Time, you have Goddamn, you're looking old. Heart's Filthy Lesson, I'm already 5 years older. And the Pretty Things Are Going to Hell, where he sings, I found you out before you grow old.
I like how it ends up now with that he never gets old in the end.
Yeah, that's the conclusion. Well, he said something early in his career where they discuss in an interview rock stars getting old. Maybe it wasn't so early, maybe it was the 80s where he said something that Jagger at 80 would be wonderful. Something along that line. Can't remember exactly.
And now he is at 80.
And now he is, yes.
Still wonderful. Yeah. He also mentioned the actual phrase "never get old" in two other songs, "Fantastic Voyage" and "Buddha of Suburbia." He also mentions that. And then you have the countdown.
From Space Oddity?
Yeah, kind of. It has a countdown. And there are also musical similarities to previous Bowie songs. The verses has a certain reminiscent of the melody in Karma Man, which is 68, 67, 68 Bowie song.
That is far back.
And the chorus and the chorus melody sounds a bit like a Tin Machine song called Crack City.
Mm-hmm.
Also has that punchy yelling type of melody.
There are some songs here that also have this political Tin Machine vibe that he didn't use that often, but some of the songs here are in that vein.
Yeah, the whole album is a bit more rocking, so maybe that's why Tin Machine was you could say, pure rock band. Had that grungy, more dirty rock feeling that Bowie didn't use in the same way that much in his solo career, although he touched upon it several times, like he does here.
Definitely, yeah.
But he was in his late 50s, something, when he recorded this.
Been 56.
56. And of course, as you quoted, a lot of lyrics has been concerning aging, and aging of a rock star is probably something that's been on his mind for years. How do you continue this career? How do you age with grace? They are the first rock star generation. They are pioneers in that. Now we have Bob Dylan, of course, and we have other Cohen, other examples of stars growing old and how they do it.
There are very few that actually retire.
Yeah.
No, they play till they drop, mostly. In a blunt way. and Bowie, of course, he took it 10 years away from the limelight. And when he returned, it was also with a guitar-based, more rocking album. But his last album was in a different direction again.
This was one of the tracks from Reality that was heard before the album came out. It was used in a commercial for Vittel, or Vittel, in June 2003, French commercial. Bowie participated in the commercial himself and agreed to do so only if he could use one of his new tracks. So he actually used it as a way to promote the upcoming album, which was quite smart. He didn't make a music video for the song, but the commercial kind of works like a small music video. It was filmed and directed by Julian Schnabel, who had directed several music videos by Bowie before. And they did that in Schnabel's home in New York. Maybe we take a short look at it.
Yes, let's do that.
I'm running down the street of life. I'm never gonna let you die. I'm never ever gonna get old. I'm never ever gonna get old. I'm never ever gonna get. I'm never ever gonna get.
And that's a great short little clip.
It's amusing.
Very amusing. See lots of characters here from Bowie's past. We have the figure on the cover of The Man Who Sold the World. We have the Ziggy Stardust Bowie. We have the eye patch wearing rebel performer, and even Bowie as the Diamond Dog.
Which is maybe the most strange imagery in here.
And White Duke is there as well.
Snaring at himself.
In White Duke, yeah.
And White Duke.
Pyro Clown from Ashes to Ashes.
Oh, yeah, that's where he's from.
It fits very well with other self-referential works from the time. The Hours album cover with different versions of himself. The scrapped The Pretty Things Are Going to Hell music video.
The dolls instead.
Yeah, that ended up in the following album from this in the Love Is Lost video. And The Stars Are Out Tonight, where Bowie is an ordinary guy looking at other people dressed as him, and the David Bowie is exhibition with all these costumes. So it's a theme of his the last part of his career, where he meets various incarnations of himself.
I don't know if I mentioned before, but it's just spooky how Bowie looks like Tilda Swinton. So I mean, it was a very obvious choice that she should play David Bowie.
Well, the song was planned as a single release in Europe to coincide with the start of a reality tour in November 2003, but it was shelved for some reason in the last minute. Something very similar had happened a year before with a single version for Sunday from Heathen album.
Has this to do with like the decline of music in physical formats?
Could be. It was released as a digital download though, with alongside Waterloo Sunset, the King song cover version. And a couple of months later, in February 2004, it was released on single in Japan. And the cover of it, or if we start with the cover for the Nuclear Star single, it shows Bowie with a guitar. It's 1956.
That one we actually have.
Supra dual tone guitar. But we can't see anything above his chest. So the single cover for Never Get Old is actually the upper half of that same photo. So if you put them on top of each other, you get a full image of Bowie and his guitar, which is quite cool.
Now I do want to get the single.
But we got a sort of a single later.
We sort of got a single later. It was mashed by Mark Vidler from Go Home Production, together with Rebel Rebel, this new version of Rebel Rebel that was recorded during the recording of Reality. And it was given the title Rebel Never Gets Old. So this came out as originally only as a digital download in May 2004. It included 3 versions, a radio mix, a Seventh Heaven mix, which is 7 minutes long, and a Seventh Heaven edit, which is about 4 minutes long. And later it came as a CD single, a 12-inch vinyl picture disc, and it also came out on the bonus disc that followed the limited edition of Reality later on. And all these 3 singles had the album track Days as the B-side. We mentioned it is a killer track live. He didn't perform it that much though. He performed it 44 times during the tour, 2003 and 2004. He had over 100 concerts, so...
So he actually performed Fall Dog Bombs the Moon more often than this track. That is shocking. But
no.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I mixed with something else.
Performed Fall Dog Bombs the Moon 24 times.
All right. Thank God. Not that I don't like that song. We're not going to give anything away yet.
No. It was last performed on 5th of June 2004 in New Jersey. I'm pretty sure we heard it in Oslo, Chris.
Yeah, I think so. I have to check the set list.
Maybe I just remember seeing it on the DVD, because it is on the DVD.
Yes, it is from Dublin. But maybe it's a more difficult song to play than it sounds.
Takes a lot of energy, yeah. But with that band,
I think they could have played it
don't
easily.
know. Yeah.
Maybe he was starting feeling older.
Maybe he thought the song was getting old.
Yeah. Maybe. Any last comments?
Let's rock on to the next one.
Let's do that. Thank you for everyone who was listening. Please remember to like and subscribe to get notified when we release the other tracks from this album, which we, of course, are going to go through. We also have a Patreon where you can get early release on all the songs from this album, and where you can join us on discussing the whole album from start to end, which you also can do on our podcast, where we are also discussing everything about this album and all the songs. And it's only for us to say goodbye. My name is Frode.
My name is Trond.
My name is Chris.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.